In the theater of human existence, some are born with every advantage, while others are marked by tragedy before they even take their first breath. In the summer of 1946, in the harsh streets of Hell's Kitchen, New York, a medical accident during a forced birth severed a vital nerve in a newborn baby's face. The world greeted him with a permanent partial paralysis on the left side of his lip, tongue, and chin. It gave him a slurred speech and a look that many discarded as a limitation. They saw a defect. Destiny saw an unforgettable trademark. That boy was Sylvester Stallone, and his entire life would become a brutal, cinematic war against the word impossible, Butkus. Before the lights of Hollywood, there was only freezing hunger. The 1970s brought Stallone to the absolute edge of human endurance. He was rejected over 1,500 times by talent agents who told him he couldn't speak, couldn't act, and didn't fit the mold of a leading man. He slept in bus stations. He sold his wife's jewelry just to buy food. And in the darkest, most agonizing chapter of his journey, he had to sell his dog, Butkus, his only loyal companion in the cold, for a mere $50 because he could no longer afford to feed him. Stallone didn't just touch rock bottom. He lived there, but beneath the desperation, a fire was hardening into pure steel. On March 24, 1975, completely broke, Stallone watched an underdog boxer named Chuck Wepner go 15 brutal rounds against the legendary Muhammad Ali. Wepner lost, but he refused to be knocked out. In that bloody ring, Stallone saw his own soul. He locked himself in a room for 3 straight days and nights, fueled by nothing but raw instinct. He emerged with the script of Rocky. When producers finally offered him a staggering $350,000 for the text, a fortune that could end his poverty forever, Stallone did the unthinkable. He said no. He refused to sell it unless he played the Italian stallion. He chose to keep starving rather than sell his soul. He bet everything on himself, bought his dog back, and stepped into the arena. Rocky didn't just win 3 Academy Awards. It captured the global human spirit. Stallone became only the 3rd man in history to be nominated for Best Actor and Best Original Screenplay for the same film, joining the ranks of Charlie Chaplin and Orson Welles. But a titan doesn't stop after one victory. In 1982, Stallone broke the blueprint again by creating John Rambo, the broken, hyper-lethal Vietnam veteran who weaponized survival. Rocky was the heart, the unyielding will to take a hit and keep moving forward. Rambo was the shadow, the raw, visceral survival instinct of a man pushed too far by a system that abandoned him. Together, these 2 immortal icons defined the entire landscape of global action cinema for generations to come. Decades have passed, empires have fallen, and cinema has changed. Yet, Sylvester Stallone remains standing. From a paralyzed newborn in Hell's Kitchen to a global symbol of absolute resilience, his life proved that your background does not dictate your destination. He showed the world that a true warrior isn't defined by how hard he can hit, but by how hard he can get hit and keep moving forward. Sylvester Stallone wrote his legacy in the history of celluloid, not with special effects, but with his own blood, sweat, and unyielding belief. If your life has ever been inspired by the iron will of this cinematic titan, smash that like button. Subscribe to Planet Earth to keep uncovering the legendary lives that shook the world. And comment below, which Stallone masterpiece defined your childhood, Rocky or Rambo? I am Planet Earth, and absolute mastery is our only legacy.